Shares of Biogen higher after the FDA granted the drug maker and its partner Eisai accelerated approval for the breakthrough Alzheimer's treatment they've been working on. Our Meg Terrell joins us now for an exclusive interview with Eisai U.S. CEO Ivan Chung. Meg, take it away.
Tyler, thanks so much. Ivan, thank you for being with us on a really big day. Tell us what your expectations are of what the access for patients and the uptake of this drug is going to look like in the earliest days. As of right now, we know there's no Medicare coverage just yet.
Thank you, Meg, for having me on this show. This is an important and humble day for the Alzheimer's disease community. As you said, yes, this is an accelerated approval per the CMS policy. Restrictions will be here for access for the Medicare beneficiaries until full traditional approval can be granted. And that's exactly why, Meg, as you and I speak now, the Eisai team is working hard to file the application for full traditional approval here in Friday evening, so that as soon as possible, upon the full traditional approval by the FDA, we can work with the CMS to grant broader access for Medicare beneficiaries.
So you say they're working on it right now. When do you expect that full approval application actually to be in?
Actually, very soon. Stay tuned. Very, very soon.
Okay. And after that, what is the timeline going to... Sorry, were you going to say something else?
As we speak, very, very soon.
As we speak. What is the timeline then to get Medicare to sort of change its current coverage decision?
Yeah, Meg, what we're going to do is while we send this full approval application into the FDA, we will be working with the CMS and asking the CMS to go through the phase 3 data simultaneously with the FDA review, so that upon the FDA approval for under the traditional pathway, we are hopeful that the CMS can act very quickly. So we are hoping by end of this calendar year, we may hear from the CMS.
I see. End of this calendar year, potentially changing that. Given the price is $26,000, on average for patients per year, and given that you are the first to show this more clear clinical benefit in a clinical trial, but there is some debate about that, and there are some questions about safety. What do you expect the adoption of this drug to look like?
I think first and foremost, the most important thing is the coverage by the CMS. So in the initial months, we will be working very hard on getting the health systems and the patient journey ready. And upon the CMS granting access, then we will expect uptick to really kick in from that point on.
See, Ivan Chung, there's a lot more to discuss, and we'd love to have you back to talk about more of it. We appreciate you being here with us tonight and making some news, potentially hinting that full approval application coming very soon. Thank you so much.
All right, Meg, thank you very much as well, and to Ivan as well. And don't miss Meg Terrell's interview with the Biogen CEO Monday right here on CNBC. Big week of interviews from the J.P. Morgan Healthcare Conference ahead. Let's trade it, Bono, and your take on healthcare and on how much this drug might help, for example, Biogen, because this drug, as I understand it, is effective for a rather limited percentage of the people who have Alzheimer's, specifically individuals who are at a very early stage in the disease.
Yes, I understand that. I understand the concerns around efficacy and some of the risk posed, but I would juxtapose that to the situation that they had coming into this, which is the scrutiny that they received over the previous FDA approval. So the fact that this was fast-tracked, and this seems, and you're seeing the stock price, the fact that this seems to be moving forward in a positive direction, despite some of the parameters that you mentioned, to me says that this has been vetted perhaps more than we are willing to give credit for because of previous instances. Going forward, I think, between this, NASH, you've seen some of the other stuff in biotech. I think this kind of sets up, one, positively for Biogen, two, for healthcare as an overall sector. One, it's going to give you the protection that you need from a defensive standpoint into a down market. Also, from a more biotech standpoint, it's going to give you some of the upside beta that you might want if you are looking for a more barbelled approach to your portfolio.
Any thoughts, guys?
I'd say simply on Biogen right here, this news was out maybe in late September. I mean, the cognitive decline study was something that rocketed that stock from 200 to 280. You know, at this point, it's great news. A lot's priced into the stock. I think people are a little concerned that Biogen at some point has a pipeline issue and is going to have to do some M&A. So I wouldn't be chasing this news, even though obviously an exciting day for the world.
This is something where we were talking about COVID for so long. We're not talking about COVID. So I think that's the overarching thing. But if you're going to buy one of these names, buy the top 4 names. Make your own ETF because it's too binary, both up and down.
All right.